tough part for us in our way of thinking is what is that ratio that makes sense? Because to your point, it's kind of a wide aperture that we're looking at because who's thinking about commercial construction A? Who's thinking about light pole bases and electrical trenching on commercial construction sites B? And so it's okay, is there a rule of thumb that you've seen or heard about as it pertains to, again, B2B construction, which is a pretty fairly niche space as it is?
Yeah, I have not seen a rule of thumb when it comes to how much of your revenue you should spend on advertising in B2B construction.
Yeah.
I know that there are norms in different categories. If you are booking.com or hotels.com, it's something crazy like 50% of your revenue is spent on advertising. And if you are a .com, it's usually 3 to 5%. And you're right. If you're a consumer brand like cereal, like Frosted Flakes, it's something in the zone of 20 to 30%. But what I would recommend instead of that number is, first of all, spend more than zero. If you're spending zero, then it's probably a little too low.
Fair enough.
Second,
Yeah.
whatever you spend, you do want to try and get it at least in front of those companies that you're talking about, the folks who are likely to be buying your services. And it doesn't have to be the exact person. So Jack, this goes to that question of how do you get in front of the exact right person? To some extent, you start just by getting in front of the company because you're not going to know the person. You're not going to know how long they're going to be in that role. You're not going to know which person really pulls the trigger. You know, if it's a group decision, one person might spend 80% of their time doing procurement, but it might be one other person who's got a strong opinion who chooses.